all night. Yeah, never been heavy. Anyway, hey man, it's your boy CS Motivated Moms. Hey, I'm just riding and I'm just thinking about some stuff. You know, when I've been really thinking about this whole coronavirus thing lately, you know, what crossed my mind was, you know, we're starting to see rises in the coronavirus again. You know, they relaxed a lot of the restrictions, and you know, you see people, a lot of signs and stuff saying that even CDC and different places came out saying that if people have been fully vaccinated, they don't have to wear masks. You know, but I'm not one to judge, but I know I see them folk in the uproar with these vaccinations. A lot of these folk was in the uproar over wearing masks, they never wore masks, and a lot of these jokers ain't getting vaccinated. So, you know, there's been times I've been in Walmart or wherever, you know, some store, some restaurant, and I was only joking in there with a mask on. You know, and it's just, I'm not gonna say it's bothersome to me, but it just started making, you know, just made me think. You know, first of all, you know, when this whole corona thing hit, the only thing that we saw in the news was deaths, and what we would hear is people of color, and I hate that term, but especially in the United States, we would hear that blacks and Latinos were disproportionately affected by the coronavirus. Now here we go, we're starting to see the cases rise again, and they talking about the Delta variant. When is the last time y'all heard that narrative that minorities in this country, meaning the blacks and Latinos, are predominantly affected by the coronavirus? I ain't heard it, and I ain't seen it, and I wonder why. You know, from day one, when they started saying that, I am of the persuasion, and I'm going to remain, and I'm going to continually believe that 12 to 14% of the population cannot be disproportionately affected by everything negative in this country. I'm not gonna believe that. And yeah, I know that a lot of y'all jokers gonna say, yeah man, but we got diabetes, and man, yeah, high blood pressure. Yeah, I got all that. But them folk got all that stuff too. Now, to me, this is just me, if that statement about, you know, disproportionately affected by corona and all this other bullcrap, if that's true, I personally feel that it is because of the poor medical treatment that we receive when we go to the hospitals. That's just my personal belief. How many of y'all have relatives or close friends that you personally know of that went to the hospital and you caught the nurses and doctors just telling them anything and cutting corners? How many of y'all? This is just my personal belief. And I do know of a lot of people that have gone to the doctor sick, and those nurses didn't really give them the best care possible, and the doctors were prescribing medication that they didn't need, or they wouldn't prescribe medication at all to them. They would send them back home and tell them, you know, just stay in bed and whatever. So I'm just saying, when the last time y'all heard that narrative? And I just think that that narrative kind of went away. It might still be out there, but I haven't heard it. And I think that that narrative kind of went away because they starting to realize that them folk is getting knocked off left and right by the coronavirus. That's just my belief. You know, another thing I was thinking about is, you really don't hear about the flu anymore. And we really hadn't heard about the flu since 2019, when this whole COVID thing started. So what I did was, I just kind of went back and I wanted to look, because I know that thousands of people die from the flu or things related to the flu every year. So I went back to like 2017, 2018, I think it was, flu season. And somewhere around 61,000 people died from the flu. But you never hear about that. Then I went to 2017, 2018, and I researched 2019, 2020. So, I'm just saying, man, you don't hear about the flu. You don't hear about pneumonia anymore either. And I'm sure that people are still dying from pneumonia. You know, I know someone who caught pneumonia, but they never had COVID. So, you know, we don't hear about those things. And it's just some of the stuff that crosses my mind, you know, and it makes me wonder why. Why don't we? Now, I'm not on the whole conspiracy theory or any of that stuff. You know, I mean, we all find out in a couple years, you know, but we just don't hear about the flu. We don't hear about pneumonia. We don't hear none of that stuff anymore. Everything is Rona, and it's all Rona. So, back to what I was initially saying, though. So now that you know, we're seeing the cases start to rise again, and I know where I live. What I see in these stores is a lot of them other folk not wearing masks. Them jokers don't believe that the coronavirus is real. Them jokers refuse to get vaccinated. And me personally, I'm not telling you to get vaccinated. I'm not saying don't get vaccinated. I'm just saying, in this case, do what you feel that you have to do what's best for you. But, you know, and them folks refuse. I know that when I'm in the jungle, I hear the conversations all the time. Them jokers, number one, refuse to get vaccinated. Two, they don't believe that it's real. They think it's some government scam. But in the meantime, I'm sitting here seeing that the majority, seeing that it's those folks are the ones that are predominantly getting sick. So that goes back to this whole narrative that we predominantly affected by the coronavirus. So let's just say when I'm in the jungle, we make up a very small percentage of those that work there. So of course, when people start going out and getting sick and calling in because they've been infected by the coronavirus, guess who the majority is? So now if you do the percentages, you know, then of course, you know, the minority or the smaller number is going to be the larger percentage. But I'm telling you about the numbers from my place of employment and from what I see, right? It ain't us. I'm just saying. You know, if people want to refuse the vaccination, then the least that people can do is wear masks. And maybe, you know, getting the coronavirus is just the luck of the draw. I mean, I don't know, because I've known people who haven't been infected at all. I've known people who've gotten coronavirus twice. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess at the end of the day, what I'm just saying, man, is some of this stuff doesn't make sense to me. And I just believe that we have a lot of selfish people, you know, in this country. I know that there has been a lot of deaths behind, you know, the coronavirus and COVID, you know. But people are selfish. And then if, it's like I know our governor here, this dude don't care. The only thing to me he care about is money, because I know here in Florida we're seeing the cases shoot up. It's the summertime, and I believe that it is people coming from out of state, you know, visiting Orlando and Miami and these different places, because man, these numbers are skyrocketing. So, I mean, I just think that we have a bunch of selfish people, you know, and if you're not gonna get vaccinated, you know, the least you can do is wear a mask. To protect other people, as they say. You know, the mask is supposed to protect you from giving the virus to other people, man. So that's all I'm saying, man. But hey, man, this your boy C has motivated minds, and I just want y'all to think about it.